Hello and welcome back everybody to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. It is Saturday, 27th of July. Unfortunately, it is a solo night as Rootin is not available tonight, but we're going to try to make the most of it by playing a scenario that unfortunately is a strange one, but not for the ones you might assume. So this scenario is part of the one of the Fnatic packs. It's a Fnatic Enterprises scenario. It's from the Polish pack, is what it's called. But either the scan I have of it is from something different, or not 100% sure here how everything shakes out. And this is mainly because my versions have different titles. In fact, Take the Flag in the version I have does not have a number associated to it. It's just labeled FE for Fnatic Enterprises. So FE-183 is not necessarily its number. And I don't know if there's any way for me to ever find a physical copy of these scenarios because unfortunately Fnatic Enterprise went bust and they don't really have any sort of presence anymore. One, because obviously they went bust, so how can they? But secondly, and more importantly, the Fnatic packs as they exist were not that widely printed and distributed. So if you can find one of the Fnatic packs or FPs or whatever out there, they will generally cost you an arm and a leg. They are very rare, to the best of my knowledge, and yeah, as a result, it's hard to come by these. So getting a sort of official resolution on them, if you want to call it that, is a little tough. Anyways, what is known about this scenario, or at least that I have in front of me and can use to play here, is that it is, as one can imagine, still Polish versus German. This scenario involves the Germans not setting up on board. Same thing with the Polish. The Germans enter on turn 1 on the south edge, which is down for the purposes of our viewpoint. I should probably put a counter there just to signify it. And I think I'm just going to do this and this. Why not? All right. So, like I said, it is Germans versus Polish. Sands of 2 on either side means we're probably not going to see too much in the way of snipers, both in activating or potentially activating them, and 2 in actually activating them. This scenario features the Polish all come in on cavalry and horseback, so they have that as an issue, and we'll get to why that's an issue later. Special scenario rules in this one are that all marsh are woods. We can't see marsh because they've all been converted. I believe this board 5, has a lot of marsh. I could be wrong on that one, but that's my initial feeling. Same down here, because these are normally streams, and streams are dry. So, anyways. Secondly, as mentioned, streams are dry, but also no bridges exist. This is very important for the bottom board, especially. So hexes like S6, P9, and I actually don't think that turns into a bridge. So those two hexes are important for losing bridges. Same thing over here in Y8 and Z9 on the bottom board. Less importantly, EE2, there's no bridges there. So essentially you have to go into the gully and then out of the gully and all that jazz, which costs a lot of movement points to do, and I'm not sure if that's going to be viable, period. So we'll see how that's going to affect the game here. Additionally, all woods are pine woods. This normally wouldn't be all that big a deal. However, pine woods cost, in some respects, double the move points. Or, double's not the right word. Anyways, it costs extra move points to walk around in them. Specifically, cavalry costs 3 movement points to go through in them. And I believe that infantry is 1.5. Yeah. So instead of double, it's a little easier to go through, but it's still 3 to go through. with cavalry, and cavalry only have 12. Well, typically only have 12 movement points, but we'll get to that later as well. Another thing to point out is that the Polish player may not use gallops or CX, so you can't dismount and CX, even though you could. There's technically you could do that until you have LOS to a known enemy unit. So essentially, if the Germans can just avoid being seen on turn one, the Polish side only has 12 movement points for all of their units, which is a pretty big limiting factor here. Additionally, all Polish elite and first line squads have assault fire, although I don't think that's going to be as important, but we'll see. Now, the victory conditions for this scenario, and I should probably have a counter for this. Victory conditions in this scenario is for the Polish will win if they exit 13 or more exit VP off of the east edge. So they have to essentially go across an entire board in 6.5 turns. Oh, I don't have that on there. Oops. So they have to cross a very large amount of territory. They have a lot of time to do so, or at least I feel like it's going to be a lot of time for them to do so. 7 turns is still, or actually, you know what? That's very strange that that's 6.5, because the Polish won't get. What's the point? Why not have it just be 6 turns? Alright, well, maybe that's something that they tried to workshop, and we'll see. We'll see later. That is very strange. Normally, yeah, there shouldn't be any reason for a 6.5, because you're not gonna. What are the Germans gonna do at the end of the game? They can't. Their objective is not to kill. Well, not necessarily to kill units, just prevent them from getting off board. So very strange decision there. So yeah, I'll probably shorten it to 6. You know what? I'm just gonna shorten it to 6 because there's no point for turn 7. So yeah, Germans come in off board. They have a couple DM stuff, specifically an MMG and a mortar. I'm actually not even going to opt to bring the mortar, and I'll discuss it a little bit once we get into movement phase. But those are the conditions here. September 20th. I almost said 2nd. Yeah, should be fun. So let us go through with this. Weather, we've got a 10, so no change, even though it's wet. We don't have any rain or anything coming down. There's no actions that can happen during the rally phase or prep fire phase because nobody's on board. So we're going to go straight to movement phase, and I'm just going to go ahead and declare CX. Now, like I said, the Germans come in from the south side. I'm sure there's a potential for using units to come over here and set up and potentially shoot at units as soon as they come in. The problem with this is honestly that you immediately give LOS, and you can give the Polish side 8 extra movement points for free, because everybody else after the first guy will be able to gallop. So there's not a point to reveal your units. Yeah, it just doesn't seem all that useful. I do also want to check one thing as well, because I wasn't thinking about it, and I wonder if that's going to be possible. So one big thing here is going to be essentially going around and being able to get across the board, as one might imagine. But the big issue is that if you can bypass, you're able to give yourself some extra movement that way. And unfortunately, I don't think you can bypass, because it says unbroken infantry, and cavalry are not infantry. Let's see if there's, because there is a section here on cavalry. Can you bypass? Column also lists terrain types in which horse are not which, though movement through building hexes via infantry bypass is allowed. So you can bypass building hexes, but you can't bypass. Interesting. because I guess because you can, otherwise you wouldn't be able to go into. Yeah, you can't gallop and bypass, which is very important. You can't gallop and go into a woods hex, also very important. Um, yeah, okay. So, is it on the handy dandy chart? Does it say about terrain on bypass? Probably not. Cavalry, not applicable for building stone, building wood. That's why you'd be able to bypass. Whereas woods is 4CR. Now, big C is you can't charge into there, and R is if there's road or track costs. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think you can bypass if you are cavalry, which is very interesting because I never really thought about doing that. Actually, I don't know if I've ever had the opportunity to do that. But, anyways, speaking of the German side, I want to get some units up top. Maybe not necessarily that building specifically, but I need to get over here and prevent any extra movement. Because of all the woods, I think it's going to be kind of expected to go to follow the roads rather than trying to go into any gullies and whatnot. Which is actually also another good thing to check if a gully is 2 star. So gully plus cost of terrain if not open ground. Okay, so cavalry can go in a gully. They just pay the extra, which is all right. So unit 1 or stack 1 in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could have had a mortar on here. The problem is the mortar, even while, well, maybe not. Is it even while DM'd? It's 3. I hate the German mortar. It's the small mortar. It's the 50 millimeter. It's heavy. It's not particularly great. I never really have a reason, or I can never really think of a good reason to keep it around. Yeah, it's still 3 portage points, which means that if it was even DM'd, you can't run with it, and gain. You'd only gain 1 extra movement versus the 2, and I think the 2 movement here is very important. So I'm not really gonna bother with it. On the left, these 3 guys are not necessarily sacrificial. They will come in for 1, 2, bypass 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then take the road for 8. So they're not sacrificial. It's really just I need some units to get up to these pine woods. Also, I already forgot. I can get them here because it's 1.5. So instead of 4, it'd be 3. So yeah, I want to get them close to the front, but not visible, because next turn, when the cavalry is more exposed, I can, potentially take some shots at them. If I can get into these woods, that'll probably be the perfect opportunity. And at worst, I can set myself up in these woods here and act as a sort of way to protect against anybody trying to go around, or I guess into this gully and then through. So, and then over here we got the big group that has the MMG and the LMGs. No particular reason for them. I probably could have given the LMGs and MMGs to these guys, but I figure if I can get in the middle, I have options. So they'll come in from the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6.5, 8. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Cool. No defensive, no advancing, no routes. We go straight to advances. Again, I want to keep everybody out of line of sight here, so I'll just move these guys closer. You can go there. And we do, and that's it for German turn 1. Weather for the Polish, no change. And then it's a big decision here on where I want to, what I want to do. I think I'm going to stick with my original plan here. I do want to keep the Germans guessing at least a little bit. So I think the plan is going to be to send some guys down to the bottom, and then these two stacks are going to go in the middle, and these two stacks are going to try and at least like get to this road, and then I can try to go around. I didn't really feel comfortable with having everybody in the same area as an example, so I didn't want to risk that or anything. And just I guess for clarity here, so the Polish get four leaders. They get essentially 5 stacks of units. The best one they have obviously is the 9-2. So they have 2 good leaders and 2 all right ones. Hopefully the all right ones won't die, and I'll get to use them to rally anybody that breaks. But also hopefully that won't be the case. I think it's also pretty telling here that you only need 3 squads and a leader to get off board. Or sorry, not 3 squads, 6 squads. So out of the 15 that you have, you need less than half to get off board, and any leader to go along with that. So yeah, pretty useful here, because you can really play around with that. So so yeah, let's try to make this simple here. So I can't gallop with anybody because I won't be able to see these guys no matter what I do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that'll be 7, and then double to get out of the gully for 9, 10, 11, 12. Next stack. They also all have to come in off the west edge of board 32. Not quite sure why board 32 is chosen, but whatever. So these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shoot. 10. And then I can't go any further. What does brush cost? I've never really gone... How many times have I done cavalry through brush? Only 2. All right. So 1, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 7. Same problem. 10. And then they're kind of stuck there. And then up top for stack 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, and then 12, I guess. And then these guys will do kind of a similar thing here. So 1, 4, 7, 8, 11, 12. It's kind of all I can really do here. Go to defensive. There's no shots that can be taken by anybody. Advancing, none. Routes, none. Advances, can't advance while you're cavalry. So everybody will just stay where they are. We go to German turn 2. Now it doesn't matter. It's the restriction for Gallop or CX is only for turn 1. So it doesn't matter about LOS or anything anymore. Rally phase, we're going to do weather first. There's no change. We go to prep fire, of which I can do absolutely none. And then we got movement phase, and I'm going to start losing CXs here. So I think the important parts are going to be this 1.5, 3. Actually, I could bypass these for 2, 3.5, 5. I still can't get through. We do 1, 2. No, the movement here is just real poor. All right, let's just do the right side first. I might be able to get more out of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can at least spread them into a couple hexes here. Not that I necessarily need to, but still. Oh, you know what? I could have assembled this, so I will assemble it. Because I could have assembled it in the previous Polish turn. These guys, I don't think I'll get spotted by anybody. And the leader isn't necessarily fantastic for this, so I'm going to do 1.5, 3, 4. He's going to stay concealed. And then if I move with any of these guys, I think I'll get spotted. So, one of the squads will go to Q8. for 1.5, and then into R8 for 3. Maybe I'll do 4. And the rest will just assault move to R7. Over in the middle group, I probably should cover my bases just in case. So I'm going to have one squad go down. 1, 2, and 3.5. Just in case. Then bypass 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 6. I think that's the most sensible thing I can do with these guys. Because I can split them up. I can have them, you know, take the MMG into O10 or whatever this is. Should be pretty comfortable. And have the other LMG go up here so I can keep running or something. Defensive fire, there's nobody that can shoot at anything. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes, none. Advances. Now, advances is kind of the same thing here. I think I'm going to bring S8 there, T5 into T4, and S9. I think I'm going to go to S10. I'm kind of tempted to go to T8, but I think I just leave myself vulnerable to these guys going to V9, and then I can't shoot them, so it's probably not worthwhile. Leader with the squad and MMG are going to go to O10 because that is a far more desirable option. Just in line of sight, at least like marginally the line of sight's better. And do I want to split these guys up? I don't think I need to at the moment. Yeah. Cool. Oh, and this guy goes into the road. I think that is it. Polish turn 2. Now, Gallop really is going to allow for some fun here. And I kind of wonder how, like, I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage, I think. Not immediately, because I can't Gallop right off the bat, which is a little unfortunate, because then that means instead of 20, I only get 16. But still, yeah, if it's, and it's only 2 plus cost of terrain to go through a dry stream hex. Okay, yeah. Let's see what we can get out of this. So, first and foremost, we've got Polish turn 2, which means weather, no change. If we go through our rally phase, I don't have anything, and then movement phase. Now, this is where things are, like I said, gonna start to get pretty punchy here. So, in this stack, I've got 3 units. I'm only going to have the one guy at the top declare CX, because I don't need to do it with anybody else. They will declare Gallop 1, which I know he's going to get spotted. So 1, 2, 3, 6. 8, 9, 10, 11, because I guess, yeah, I can't really go anywhere else. 11, this guy's going to shoot because why not? He's going to cower, which is unfortunate. So instead of an 8, it's a 6. It goes down by 2 for the units on there, but for 6, it's not going to do anything to the cavalry. There's a 6-on-6, which is a 1 morale check, which I don't think they can pin. I'm pretty sure that's a thing I've looked at several times now. Yeah, cavalry does not pin. So essentially, these guys get to pass for free here. That was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's put 2 residual down. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just so that this guy can threaten other avenues, essentially. Next guy is also going to declare CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I can drop concealment on him. 7, 8, 9. These guys will reveal and do the same thing. They'll get a not great shot whatsoever. Still down 2 against the unit itself, so it's a 1 morale check against the guys on horseback, which they will fail it. Don't need to conceal. Is this guy still marked concealed? No. Okay, cool. So, it means... What do we got here? So, they will... they're vulnerable. They'll fail their morale check, which means they break. Now, where else? What else do we got here? Enemy units, fire effects, vulnerability. Cavalry breaks, it must bail out. Its horse counter is considered to have bolted or been destroyed and is removed from play. So the unit is forced to bail out. The cavalry goes away, which at least in this instance is not the worst thing possible. Also, actually, we're going to be able to see a really cool feature that like never happens. So, yeah, horse goes away, and then the unit takes a morale check for having to bail out. They will fail that as well, so they become a half squad. But at the very least, this unit is now first fired, and there is a 4 residual there. So this next unit in BB5 is also going to declare CX or gallop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for a 2 down 2. That's not going to do anything to the horses. It is a normal morale check against the squad. God dang it. So they will have the same thing happen to them. It's unfortunate that's not on the residual. So they will break, take a morale check. They are fine on the morale check, so they're just broken there. I'm not going to risk a final protective because that's not really worth it. Yeah. All right. Well, next stack over in BB9 goes to BB8. Normal move for 1. They're all just going to go together because I don't think I can shoot at them. Then they'll declare CX, so they have 15 movement points. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, sorry. 13, and then 14, 15 into R6. Cavalry in BB10 is going to do something similar here. So they'll go here for 3, 4. They'll CX for 12 remaining. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we start doing some splits here because these guys are going to have to rush up top. And I don't necessarily... I need to make these guys choose. These guys are revealed, which is nice. This guy has to do something about this cavalry. Potentially, anyways. Next turn, I won't be able to CX, but I'll still be able to do... You know, either this guy moves and tries to cut me off, or I go through the woods, or the road, sorry, in the woods. He has to do something about that. Yeah, see? Yeah. Okay, how about this? I'm going to have the 9-2 group are all going to... Well, I can't gallop yet. Anyways, pretend I'm galloping afterwards. So 3, 4... actually, no, I can't go that way. So... So 3... Not galloped. They're going to lose... because I can't really go up top here. So 3, 4, 7, 10, gallop for the extra 4. So, yeah, so I have 16, so I have, and I'm at 10. So this will be another 3 for 13, then 16. So I'm there for 16. Could I have done that in a better way? Maybe. I don't know. Guys in the back here, we'll do 3, 6, 7. And then they're all going to disembark. Yeah, I think I'm going to get them all. Because then I'm forcing them to fight. And these guys are on the road, so I can use road bonus afterwards. I think this is the right decision. We'll go to defensive fire since there's not much else to do. The unit that shot an S8 is going to shoot again against the now half squad. It's a 4 flat. Ouch. It doesn't cower because the leader's directing. So it's just a 2-on-4, which is a K2. So this guy's just gone. Sniper doesn't activate, so they don't have any trouble there. This guy can't shoot again. Nobody else has any targets. We'll go to advanced fire phase. There's nothing I can really do. We go to routes. So the guy in U4 is going to route to V3, V2, and then U2, because technically I can go there. If he started 1 hex away, 2, 3, yeah, I'm not getting closer. This guy, if he hadn't died, I was going to try and route him into the woods, because that would have been legal, since he can't see this guy. But unfortunately, I couldn't do that, so. Advances. I think I will only expose. You know what? Yes, I will expose one guy, just because if they shoot, he can shoot back. It's not. Anyways, whatever. I don't think that's the worst decision to make here. Go to CC, of which there's none, so we got turn 3 for the Germans. I think you can already see the time frame of this scenario and how it's going to be pretty difficult. Because you're either rushing and then you're potentially throwing way too many units into the fire, or it's just dangerous for everybody. Did I do weather? I don't think I did. Did not. Cool. So weather, no change. Rally phase. There's only one unit that can attempt to rally, or that could potentially rally, but can't attempt it. Prep fire phase is an interesting question. I think I'm going to take this risk just because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll take a 4 flat. 8-on-4 is nothing. These guys don't. I would much rather chase down these guys. So I don't think there's a reason for me to go there, and I can DM them and get into the building anyways. And I don't think anybody else has any shots I want to take. So that being said, unit in T4 will go to movement, go to T3, T2, flip this guy to DM, and then goes to S2 for 3. And then I'm just going to wait there. Unit in 04 is just going to go to... Ooh, no, wait. I'm going to keep him there, actually. Because if I go to N2, he can sneak around into the woods, and I don't want that. Squad and leader in S8 are going to go to T7 and then U8. Over here, I don't expect to go. I don't. Could I imagine myself as the Polish player going through here? I think that's too much movement. You know what? I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So I can dump a squad here and watch, while everybody else can watch roads or something. Yeah, I think that's kind of... And I don't want to... I don't need to CX anybody, so I don't want to CX anybody. Okay. These guys definitely need to... move. There's a very big problem here with regards to infantry squads. I could move these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I'm gonna look this up. How many times has this scenario been played? Because man, I'm already feeling like the Germans are at a serious disadvantage at this one. Man, nobody's ever really played this scenario. So if I'm the Germans and I'm defending and there's 9 squads that are gonna just come out of nowhere. Oh man. I guess like 4 turns. I don't How do I get around this? I could use the leader and the guy with the machine gun to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bypass 1, 2. Enter for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could CX. You know what? That might be the thing I need to do. Okay, so let's CX this guy. Bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hopefully my plan doesn't absolutely murder me. Go to defensive. And I might as well do a 2-up-1. Nope. Go to advanced fire phase, of which I have none. Routes. This guy, I mean, I'm just going to bring him back in case I can potentially save him. I don't necessarily think I can, but you never know. And then advances. So in the advanced phase, okay, I'm going to have a squad go into this road just to block it. Leader with the squad is going to go into the brush. So I can watch this. Although, I guess technically I won't be able to see much. Maybe that's the issue here that I'm causing for myself. The guys with the MMG are going to go to R4. Guy that's CX'd is going to go to Q4, so I can watch the road. This guy, I think he's fine where he is. These guys in U8, I kind of want to get him to V8. It doesn't really help me as much as U9, though. Because U9, I can watch this road, and they're not... Like, I'll get 2 chances, so maybe that's the plan. Guy in S2 is going to go into R1. Guy in O4 is going to go to O3. And I think that'll be it. CC, there's nothing. So we go to turn 3 for the Polish side. Rally phase, we do weather, there's no change. Gonna self-rally, doesn't get it, so DM will come off. And then prep fire, which I don't want to do any. Man, if I was to prep fire, I don't think it's worth it. No, I don't think it's worth it. We'll go to movement phase. In the movement phase, this is a problem. This is a huge problem right now. Line of sight's going to be very interesting here. Okay, so let's try the easy one here. Cavalry in P1, they galloped last turn, so they can't gallop again. They'll go to O1 for 1. and I have to try this. So 4 down 2 is going to be nothing from these guys. Squad with the LMG is going to shoot at them as well. It is 7 on 7, which might actually do something to the horse. Nope. But it is down 2, so it's a 5 on 7, which is a 2 morale check. And they pass, which is very unlucky. So that's 1, so then 4, 7, 10, and then I can't go further. Although, if I'm here, 4, 7, yeah, I guess 4. Can anybody shoot at that? This guy is first fired. If yeah, I guess I could take a shot. Yeah, that's clean. So he'll take a subsequent. Cowers. So instead of 7, it's 3.5, and then cowers down to a 1. It's still a 4 on 1, which is normal morale check, and they'll pass handily. I might as well take a shot with this guy as well in the R1, so it's a 2 up 1, or I guess 2 down 1. No, 2 flat. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. He also cowers, so nothing matters. 7, 10, 11, 12. And now that guy's kind of off to the races. Oh, I could chase him, but not really sure that's going to be worth it. I might need to pull this guy back, and this guy is going to have to CX. I'm probably going to have to CX both these guys. That might not have been a good idea, period. Man. Okay, well, what else can I do as the Polish here to annoy the Germans? Squadron Y10 is going to go to X9 for 1 normal move. I might as well. I'll take the 4 down 2, I believe. Yeah, 4 down 2. 6 on 4 is a normal morale check. They will pin. There's 2 residual there now, which isn't necessarily a problem. Squad in Y1 will go to X10 for 1.5. Squad and leader in U9 are going to shoot at them as a 4 flat. 6 on 4, normal morale check. They will pass. I will get closer. That's a 2 residual. So that's 2.5. Do I shoot there? I think I'll shoot with this guy. So that'll become a 2 down 2. Cowers to a 1. Still 4 on 1, which is normal morale check. Come on. They don't ELR since it's normal. They will become a half squad, which is very unfortunate. That's such a fluke too. Okay, well, do I risk 7 morale guy? Probably not. Okay, I think the plan here is going to be I'm going to shuffle this guy upwards. So he's going to CX. Goes to Y2 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, whatever. I could have gotten road bonus, but that's not really important right now. Leader in Y1 is going to assault move to X1. Now, this stack, I believe, can't see them. So that's a problem. These guys are on the road. So I think my plan here is going to be... Oh, you know what? Okay, so here's my plan. So one of these squads is going to dismount. Right? So dismounts for 1. He's got 3 points left. He'll bypass T4 for 2. And please tell me that a stream that is dry is only 1 plus cost of terrain for a infantry. Stream 2 plus cost. God damn it. Okay, well, I can't. I'll have to late CX then. So he goes to T4. I'm not challenging that as the German player because I don't have to. Then I'll CX to get the 5, so I can go here for 5 total. Because that'll be 2 plus cost of terrain. That should be legal. I'm still not going to shoot, because there's no point to shooting there. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. I'm not in danger of these guys. Well, I'll be... that's true. And I'll technically lose some value there. And he's CX'd. It's not adjacent. I don't really feel like I need to gamble right now, but... okay, how about... Since I don't think that would have been enough to get that guy going, I'm going to dismount 2 other units. They're moving as a group. So the leader and squad have 5 movement points left. So they'll go to T5 for 2 total. Now, is that something I want to shoot at? Probably not. I think I want to try and go for these guys. Although, that's also true. I can now go that way. Alright, this is going to be kind of silly of me because I want to see if the gamble works. Yeah, this guy's not going to shoot at the 8-0 with the squad. So they're going to go down for 5 total. And that'll be basically it for their turn. Yeah, Pinewood also allows you to go into CC without being CX. That's actually insane. Yeah, okay, so Gamble 1 versus Gamble 2 here. Gamble 1 is to... these guys get off CX. They'll go... I don't need them to go as a stack, because cavalry. So V1 for 3. And then 8, because it's 3 doubled. 9. This guy will shoot as a 4 down 2. Doesn't cower, thanks to the leader, but this is still a 6 on 4, which is a normal morale check. They will break, which is unfortunate. They will bail out, and they're fine. And now there is a 2 residual there. So if the next guy goes 3... Sorry, that's right. That would have been... whatever. It didn't matter for this guy because he broke before. So, gets there for 9. I can actually dismount. And then, yeah, I think I'll do the same for everybody else. Because I'll have that last point. So I can go 3, 9, and then dismount for 12. And now I've got a nice little advanced fire group. And then this guy shouldn't be too much of a problem. Meanwhile, this big stack is going to go kind of crazy here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 on horseback. Is that the smartest thing? It's probably not. You know what? I'm going to dismount. Because at least if I dismount, I don't have the -2. And I'm not getting anything out of the movement anyways. So there's not a point. So let's all dismount. So they're going to move as a group. So they got 5 left. So 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's going to shoot at them. That's not really what I was hoping for. Sorry, the CX is still on. I don't know why I took the CX off. There. So it's a -1 only. But it's 5 on 7, which is a 2 morale check. So leader is pinned. That's really... Alright, well, this guy ELRs and half squads and breaks. I can't believe I've rolled 2 12s. It's not supposed to happen. Next squad, 2 morale check. He will break, unfortunately, and 2 morale check. Really? Alright, well, well, I think I'm going to lose But I think I'm only losing, one, because this is a pretty good shot, no matter what. I don't think there's anything against that necessarily. But, man, 3 12s on the Polish side is... I can't... How do you... How do you beat that? Dice are really just not happy with me today. Yeah, I guess this guy, Cavalry, he'll gallop. Might as well. So we'll gallop, goes here for 1. Yeah, that should be legal. 1, 4, because it's 2 + 1, cost of train. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I guess I'll just dismount here. It doesn't really matter. I could go through, but there is still residual I didn't put down, so I don't, with the the rolls as they are, I don't know if I want to risk this. Defensive fire phase. Well, the biggest thing to be worried about was that giant stack. That I don't have to be worried about. So I'm gonna do a shot against the leader in S5 with the squad. It's going to be a 18 down 1. Alright, well, I don't break the machine gun, thankfully, but that is a 10 on 18, which is miraculously still a morale check. So leader breaks. Okay, well, this is it's kind of unsane here how that's happening, because that's a damn. What are my dice rolls for morale checks? Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. Okay, well, there's no extra defensive fire. Advanced fire phase. I can't do anything with these guys because they're all broken. I can take a shot with the CX guy in S4, so he will do so. I have assault fire capability, which brings that just to a 5 up 2, I believe. Doesn't do anything. And then over in U1, I'm going to do the same against U1 to U9. It's going to be a 6 down 1, I believe. 7 on 6 is still a morale check. So the leader will pin, and the squad is fine. Yikes. That's not going to matter, I guess. So we'll go to routes, because there's nothing else for me to do here. In the route phase, I got a lot of stuff going on here. So S5 is going to go up to T4 for 3. And then I might as well go to U5. I don't know if I can see that. So this would be 6 to go to V5. So I think that's the kind of best thing I can do here. These guys are all going to go back 1. Just because it's kind of the only safe thing to do, really. U1 is going to go to T1. These guys can't do anything. Yeah, I don't need to do anything else. God, I was doing advances, not routes. Routes, this guy goes back here. This guy can go back here, and that's not breaking any rules. Oops, just one guy. And my advances are still the same. Yep. No, sorry. I did want to, well, I guess there's not a point to do that anymore. So this guy will just go to S3. Because I was hoping to have both stacks go against them. So, yeah. Things are going poorly. Oh, you know what? That's true. This guy's pinned. So, you know what? These guys are going to be in woods anyways. So, I might as well just stay in woods. Bring this one squad. Yeah. Yeah. Because these guys can be in woods because there is woods in the hex. It's just primarily a woods road hex. All right, well, that's a huge bummer. Rally or weather, 8-0, no changes. Do the Germans have anything they need to rally? No. Nope. Now, thankfully, I guess in terms of the Polish side, everybody that they had that is broken is with someone outside of this guy, so they can all attempt rallies. So let's try the broken leader first. Doesn't make it, so we can eliminate that from being a problem. Over in X1, doesn't make it, so again, same thing, we can get rid of that. Over in 05, okay, I'm really disappointed that happened on this guy. Heat of battle, he was broken, so he gets a +1, so it brings that, what was it, 4 up to a 5. He's allied minor, which brings the 5 to a 7. And he's not elite, so he just battle hardens to become elite. All right. Next guy doesn't rally, and third guy does not rally. Kind of. All right, and then the guy with the -2 leader, it's +4. Yeah, that'll come back. I actually, you know what? Pine Woods. Was there any possibility here? 7 and 7. No, no way. I would have had to roll a 5, I believe. So that is done. Germans don't have anything to rally. Prep fire phase. You know what? Prep fire phase. I'm gonna do 4 flat against this guy. 4 on 4's got to be a morale check. 1 morale check. This guy's fine. So this guy's prepped, which is fine. The guy with the CX marker in Q4 is going to shoot at the guys in 05 as a 7-up-2. 7 on 7. Normal morale check. God damn. This is the one guy that gets all the good stuff. Normal morale check. Alright. Leader's broken. That's a bad start. Full squad's fine. Half squad's fine. Broken squad is fine. Okay. What? I would have preferred losing a half squad, I will admit. Alright, well, let's shuffle these guys up to the top here. I don't think anybody else needs to shoot. No. Can I actually see these guys? Yes, okay. So this guy loses concealment. Cool, cool, cool. Movement phase. This guy is going to CX. He'll go 1, 2, 3.5, 5. I can't go any further. This guy will go 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. I can technically shoot. It's halved. So it's a 2, I guess 2 down 2. 3 on 2 is a 1 morale check against that guy. Not what I wanted. 1 morale check. He's fine. I don't think I needed to put residual there, but you know what? Muscle memory is important. Put down residuals. Movement phase outside of that. Okay. This stack, squad and leader, bypass 1, bypass 2, 3.5, 5, and 6. I don't actually know if I can see that. I don't want to risk taking a shot. This is actually a really big decision here. This squad's going to normal move for 1 to K3. And I'm going to have the 2 firepower guys shoot at him. Oh, man, okay, perfect kind of shot, really. That's a 2 on 2, I believe, because it should be down 2. It's a K1. Morale check. So he is a half squad and breaks. So finally, forgot to change that. Finally, these guys get on the board with something here. 1 residual, I guess. I don't think that's gonna matter. Yeah, then this stack K5 is gonna go to K4 for 1.5, and then 3. And these guys are gonna shoot together now, so it'll be 5 down 2. Okay, well these are all the good rolls are coming out now for the Polish. 4 on 5 is a 2 morale check. Leader will break, and squad will also break. So these guys are broken. This guy's final. This guy's his first. R4 is going to do a assault move to Q4. And I will have the 4 firepower squad subsequent, because that is closer. It's going to be a 2... I guess, you know what? I can assault move into the woods, so it'll be a 2 up 1. Didn't do anything. Yeah, okay. Defensive fire phase, I don't think anybody else has shots other than 4 up 1. 6 on 4, normal. He's fine. Are there any other shots I can do? Not really. Nope. Advanced fire phase. Stack in Q4 that moved is going to shoot 2 flat. Nope. That's unfortunate. Or sorry, that's not that counter I want. I want this counter. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. These guys all breaking is very unfortunate. I didn't want that one to happen. Over an L2, 3.5. Down 2, I guess. Alright, well, never mind. So we'll go to routes, because I don't have any other shots to make. Route phase. I mean, realistically, if I'm in the woods here, I can technically go here. I'm just going to move them so that they're out of direct shot, but at least here they'll impede any movement. These guys, I think I have to move at this point. There's just nowhere else for them to be safe. So I'll go, what, 1.5, 3, 4.5. Yeah, I think 4.5 is fine. Actually, you know what? They're safer. Ironically, they're safer in 06 than they are going elsewhere, because these guys would be able to go up. And I think that's it for routes. In the advanced phase for the Germans, the squad that just lost its CX is going to go to P4. Split the numbers up. These guys that moved into Q10 are go to P9. This guy kind of has to stay here. Squad with the LMG will advance to K3. It's not really going to matter, but that's all I can really do. That guy will move up. Yeah, I think that's it. Although I think at this point I might have run out of time. CC, there's no CC to do. We go to turn 4 for the Polish, and I somehow need to get 13 points off the board. How do I get 13 points off the board? Yikes. Yeah, I think this will be the last turn that I can really do anything to affect that outcome. So 7 on the weather check is nothing. Rally phase, I got a bunch to try here, so we'll try the self rally first. Okay, well, man, that's kind of unbelievable. Rally for this guy, gets back. Over here, self rally for the leader, doesn't make it. Leader over in this hex also does not make it. DMs come off. What is it? J3? Leader self rally? No. So, prep fire phase. So I kind of have to prep fire no matter what, because otherwise I'm screwed, at least in certain sets. So, for example, this 2 firepower squad, or half squad, is going to shoot Jason to P4 as a 4 up 1. Unfortunately, it's just a Pintash check, which they pass. Cool. This guy is going to have to move, so I can threaten these people. and I don't really have any other shots to make. Everybody else needs to move. So in the movement phase, this guy will lose his CX and S3. He's going to assault move, I guess, to R3. Do I want to shoot him? Not particularly. You know what? I'm gonna... Can this guy do it? Yeah, I'm gonna spray fire. I'm gonna spray fire into these two hexes. So, it is an... It would be... It's halved. So it's doubled halved. And it's halved twice for the empty hex. So, it is 9 firepower flat, because of the leader. So 6 on 9, plus rate of fire. I guess it doesn't matter now. Because the whole point is to leave residual. So 5 on 9 is a 2 morale check against that guy. He's fine. That's kind of the worst thing that could happen here. 4 residual goes down. And then here is a 4.5. So 2 residual. And then this guy is marked first fire. Yeah. Squad in X9 is going to go up the road. So DB10 for 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to take an 8 down 2. 7 on 8. Still on 1 check. He's fine. I'm kind of feeling good about this at this point. This CX will come off. Squad will go 1, 2. Shit, I can't even go further because man, that dry stream is really killer here. Can't do anything about that. Squad leader with the half squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squad is just gonna go to N4 for 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys are all DM'd. I can't use the bonus road because I can't get on that road. Horse guy, can I get off with him? That's a gross way to put it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or was it 9, 10, 11, 12? So I can get him off. Also gross. So I can get 2 EVP. I'm guaranteed at least 2. Shoot. Okay, well, I'm going to try going big here again because I need the movement. No matter what, I need the movement. That's what's going to kill me here is if I don't move with these guys. As much as I want to threaten anything, I can't really take that risk anymore. So, yeah, so CX, 1, or sorry, 1.5, 3. I'm going to take that shot from there. That's a 4 flat. So Pentash check. Leader is fine. That squad is fine because the leader fine and also fine. So these guys are first fired. 2 residual, not going to matter. And then they'll go to Q2 for, what is that, 4.5 now? They'll get shot at again. Leader is directed, so that's another flat. So it's 4 on 2 is a 1 morale check. Shit. 1 morale check. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine, and he's... Okay. So that was 4.5. That's 4.5. He can't shoot again. So I can bypass for 5.5. 6.5. 8. This would be a 1. I think I'm allowed to do that. If that gambit pays off, that's going to be funny as hell. Next phase, defense fire phase. Yeah, I might as well. So Q4 is gonna shoot again at R3. It's a 9 flat. 7 on 9 is a 1 morale check. That guy breaks. That's shit luck. S10 is gonna shoot adjacent. That is a 5 on 4, which is a 1 morale check. He's fine. The squad in P4 with the LMG is going to shoot at the half squad in O5, because I might as well. That is a 3 on 14. Pretty sure this guy's just dead. And I don't have any other shots. Advanced fire phase. Well, I can fire group T9 and U10. U10 is going to provide 2, I believe. And T9 is going to provide 5, so it's a 7 up 1. 6 on 7 is a 1 morale check. They're fine. Jeez. Okay, well. He doesn't have a shot. I will attempt the 5 up 1. 6 on 5 is a normal morale check against this stack. That might be a huge decider here. Nope. 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 Alright, well, never mind. Good talk. Good talk. We'll just go into routes, I guess. Route phase. These guys, I kind of... Yeah, so this isn't connected, so I think by definition I have to then go here. These are all the same woods, so I can do 2, 4, 6. This guy has to route, so he'll go 2, 4, 6. Doesn't really matter. And that is it for routes. Advances. These guys are going to go to M1. Is it better to go to M1 or... I don't think it's going to matter. K3 is going to go to J3. Guy in T9 is going to go into CC. These guys are going in the woods. Why not? This guy will go down. And I think that's it. CC. There is only one CC. We roll for ambush. So Polish, German, no ambush. It's a 1-to-1 both sides. I don't believe there's hand-to-hand or anything. No. So Polish, Germans get a casualty reduction, which is sadly all too common in this scenario right now. Jeez. So yeah, we'll go to German turn 5. Oh, you know, I guess for withdraw purposes, can you withdraw off board? Whatever. Weather, no change. Rally phase. Germans will try to self-rally their broken leader. That goes from 6 to a 10. Unfortunately, they do not. They will lose their DM. This guy loses DM, can't do anything. Polish will try to rally the top guy first. They'll make it. Rally also makes it. Rally does not make it. So they get a squad back and a leader. Leader over there will self-rally. He does. Does he rally his buddy? He does. All right. Yeah, all right. Well, Germans go into prep fire phase. There's not much that they can really do. They gotta really... I think I gotta move at this point. Yeah, I think I have to move. So, first things first. We'll skip all prep fire. We'll go to movement phase. This squad here in Q6 is going to go 1, 2, and then 3.5. I might as well shoot with T10 as a 2 flat. Nope. Leader and squad in P9 are going to declare CX. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think that really matters, but squad in K3 is also going to declare CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 for road bonus. Guy with the LMG is just going to assault move to 04. That way he watches this entire area. And then leader with the squad with the MMG are going to declare CX. They will go 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7. That's all I can do. Defensive fire phase, I don't think I have any shots. I mean, I could do... I guess technically I could have done a 2 down 1 or 2 down 2. There's no reason not to do that, essentially. So 2 down 2, it's a 4 on 2. It's a 1 morale check. This guy breaks. Cool. Like, I didn't need to make that roll, but, because this guy's getting off anyways, but it's a little bit of security, I guess. Is there any other shots I can do? I don't think so. I really don't think so, actually. Yeah. Advanced fire phase, surprisingly, also not really. 2 up 1. Nope. Never mind. So, routes. Does anybody need to route? Is the very big question here. And this guy kind of does. So 2, 4, or sorry, 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. I'm not sure if I've been counting that 2.5 or sorry, 2 or 1.5. That's pretty much it. Yeah, nobody else needs to do anything. Advances. So guy with the LNG is fine. Stack in L3 is going to go to L2. So I can directly threaten these guys. These guys in J7 are going to go to J8, I guess. Guy in S8 is going to go to R8. And that's it, really. CC phase, melee, it's 2 to 1 for the Germans. Nope, 1 to 2 for the Polish, nothing. We go to turn 5 Polish. Yeah, this is not looking good. Weather, no change. Rally phase. Rally phase. Who can do stuff? I'm going to attempt to self-rally this guy in T1. He makes it. Rally over in 06. It's a down 2, 8. No. And self-rally the German leader. He will make it, unfortunately, for the Polish, and then revive his 2 buddies. So that might actually just be game right there. This DM can go away. CX can also go away. There's nothing else to do here. So let's figure my chances here. I got 2 turns of movement with the Polish. If I'm the Polish side, this guy might get off. Like, potentially, I'll get off board. Yeah, 2 turns, I can get off board if I strictly stick to movement. This guy gets off board. In fact, I'm just going to take him off board because there's no movement phase is the only thing he's going to do. There's no reason to kind of... I don't think I can use him to threaten these guys and be efficient with them. I think he's just going to die if I do that. So there's not much of a point. Now, I need to get 11 points off board. So that is... this right here is 6. Plus the leader is another 3. This is 9. Yeah, so if I can get all these guys off board, sure. That is possible that I win. But it does entail both of them moving completely this turn and next turn. Without them, if they do not completely move, it's basically over. Okay, well, with that in mind, do I prep fire anywhere? The answer is no. I cannot afford to prep fire. So we're going to movement phase. So in the movement phase, 458 squad in S6 declares CX, goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I feel like I need to challenge that no matter what. So 14 down 2. It's a 6 on 14. which is a 2 morale check. Guy will break. And this guy is now first fired. And there is 6 residual. And that's beneficial for me because I can then say, okay, well, this guy's going to declare CX with the squad. Come on. Thank you. So they will go 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. And then 7.5. And I don't think anybody can shoot them. These 2 guys are going to declare CX. They'll go 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't get road bonus, which is unfortunate. This guy declares CX. I can go 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. I might as well shoot because I don't think I have anything else I can do with them. That'll be 8. Or sorry, is there a minus? No, it'd be 9 on 9 on 7, which is a potential pin test check. He's not pinned, so maybe I can lock this guy up. I won't be able to. Yeah, I can't get these guys off board. It's really all come down to these guys. Yeah, like even these guys, if I declare CX, so at 1.5, bypass 2, might as well shoot with him. Nope. No result. So that's 2. Through 3. Sorry, 1.5. Bypass for 2.5. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I try to desperation morale that? I don't think it's worth it. No, I'm not gonna do final protective. I really don't think that's worth it. Squad in J3 declares CX, goes to I4 for 1. I don't think he can be shot at yet. H4 for 2. And then I'll just take a combined firepower. So it'll be 6 down 1. Oh, come on, really? KIA? Well, 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. Can I even? I can do 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, yeah, if I CX. But then, yeah, I don't know if I can actually get around that. There's a world where it might have made more sense to just kind of attempt to punch through, but 18, like 18 on a down 1, I think that's worth it. Defensive fire phase, none. I don't think there's anything I can do. Advanced fire phase, again, similar idea. I don't think there's much I can do here. The 2 CX units, P3, P4, are going to shoot at the guy in the woods. So it's an up 2 shot. It is 8 up 2. Alright, never mind. Routes. Take off residual and all that stuff. Routes, guy in 05. I might as well just bring the P5. Maybe I can throw this leaner on him. I think that's it for routes, actually. Advances. Guys in Q7 will go to P6. The leader in P4 will go to... it doesn't really matter, but whatever. These 2 gentlemen will jump into close combat. Because I might as well tie up an extra squad if I can. And these guys will advance into the road. Might not necessarily be the greatest idea, but I got nothing else. I really got nothing else. CC, we'll do the tired one here. 1 to 2. I don't get anything. It's a good roll, damn. And then 2 to 1. That does not help. Over here we have ambush, so Polish, German. No ambush will take place. It's a 3 to 2, up 1. Nope, and they can. I can just get out of there. I guess technically I can roll as well, but yeah, not gonna matter. So I get to withdraw for free due to infiltration, which is great for the German player. Yeah, turn 6. Turn 6 for Germans. Weather? What do we got here? Nothing, no change. Rally phase. I'm gonna try and self-rally the guy in E6. Come on, really? That I think will be game no matter what. Polish will attempt to rally their broken guy, won't get it. And yeah, I mean, prep fire phase. I don't need to move guys in G2 at all, so I'm just gonna prep fire against I5. It's gonna be a 6, up 1. You've got to be kidding me! 5 on 6 is 1 morale check. Don't, come on. All right, those guys are prepped. I don't think these guys can see them, so there's no shot to be taken there. N3 to 04, because why not? 14 firepower, up 1. 9 on 14 is still a normal morale check. First guy's fine. Second guy is also fine. All right. I don't think I have any other shots. CX will come off of these guys. I don't need to waste them. So 1.5, 3, 4.5. Yeah, 4.5, whatever. Squad with the LMG. 1, 2, 3. So you don't need to go anywhere else. Leader and squad. I think this is, well, actually I can just do 1.5, 2.5, and just stay there. Squad in S10 is going to declare CX. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to, actually. I can just do 4. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not gonna matter. Whatever. At this point, I think it's fait accompli here, because yeah, I just don't have any options. CX group is gonna shoot at the guy adjacent. It's a 12 up 2. 11 on 12. Pretty sure it's nothing. That is a nothing. 4 up 3. 7 on 4 is Pintash check. Not gonna matter. Nope. And advanced fire phase, none. No, none. Routes, I don't think are gonna matter either. Oops. Take off preps and defensives. Does anybody need to route? No. Well, I mean, I guess I can have him go 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, which if he can rally, that'll be great, but otherwise it's not gonna matter. This guy in G9 goes to H9. Guy in E9 goes to D9. Guys in J2 will go to I3. That's really all I need to do. For shits and giggles, I'll throw myself into CC. It's kind of a shitty thing to do, because like you withdraw, you might as well use the withdraw and nothing happens, so I might as well go back in. Just to, these guys can't move now. So unless obviously if the CC works or whatever, but yeah, that's it for advances, I believe. CC ambush. There's no ambush, surprisingly. I just knew 1 to 2. Nope, and then 3 to 2, so no change. So that goes into melee, and yeah, that's kind of game at this point. If I do weather, there's no change in weather. Rallies. Let's see what I can get out of rallies. So I'm going to attempt self-rally on the 5 morale guy. Nope. Rally on the other guy? Yes. Rally on the leader? No. So essentially, this leader can't move anymore because it's Polish turn. So this leader can't get off board. This guy has to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, actually, there's nothing. No way he can get off board. And these guys are the only people who can move realistically, and it's a minefield. So I'm just going to play out of this move, and if the stars align and they get to go off board, I'm just going to say they get the game. But otherwise, there's nothing. I would have to run, because I have to. Yeah, there's nobody else I can get off board. There is no number I can achieve. I'm off by 1, I think. Because, so these guys will go in here for 1.5. They'll declare CX, actually. Go in there for 1.5. And then it's 4 flat. 8 on 4 is nothing. Cool. Or sorry, I don't know why I'm saying 4. 8 on 8 is a normal morale check, because it's doubled. So normal morale check. Fuck. Alright, game over. Oh, what if I could possibly get something good? First roll is terrible. God. Well, I can safely say that I did not have the dice on my side as the Polish. I think I rolled 4 12s. Did I roll 4 12s on morale checks? Or was it... It was only 3? Oh, right, because I got 1 on rally. Yeah, so 4 12s, all against the Polish. I think the 1 CC was against was also for the Polish. And I forget who got the IFT. It might have actually been the Polish again when I did an adjacent shot. So yeah, if you only roll 12s for one side, then you're going to lose. Wow. Okay, well, that was unfortunate. It's a tough one for the Polish. I don't quite understand the motivation behind this scenario. Clearly, I think there must be this must not be a finalized version of this scenario. I say this because on the scenario archive, this is listed as having 8 turns instead of 6.5. Makes a lot more sense because the Polish absolutely need that extra turn of movement. Even 7 turns is pretty much necessary. Just the cavalry can only go so far, and at some point you have to dismount because you have to be able to threaten the German side. Not dismounting just means that everything's halved and you're having to charge at stuff, and you can't charge if they're in woods, I believe, or it messes up all that stuff. So yeah, I think mine must be excuse me, a developmental one or something, or a test version. Not that it really matters. Excuse me. The numbers don't differ in terms of squads. So the scenario archive mentions 15 squads for the defender, which is the Polish in this case, 8 squads for the Germans, which have 8 squads. Pine Woods, no bridges, stream is dry, treat marshes woods, cavalry. It's the same 2 boards. So yeah, I think it's really just the only difference is that it should have been 8 turns is probably what I'm getting out of this. Now, that being said, it also means that even if I'd had 8 turns, the big problem here is that the leader breaks. So then there's 3 morale checks. One guy can potentially go crazy. We'll say he goes fanatic, because I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. So one guy goes fanatic. The other 2 squads are fine. However, the leader breaks, so then they all have to take a task check to see if they pin. And the guys that and one guy pins, and then everybody else, the other 2 squads are fine. But at that point, like if we play this out here, so this guy and then that counts as yeah, you can't. So these guys are fanatic. So essentially, you have the leader, because the leader breaks, these guys go back down to having 6. They've already spent 1.5 of this, so they can't get off board. and there's nowhere for these guys to go that is safe. So by that I mean, so we'll take this CX, we'll do this. So and then this guy yada, and these guys yada. Perfect. So these guys continue. Well, why wouldn't I just take a 4-2, and then they're it's a K2. So random selection. Top guy becomes a half squad, right? And then 2 morale checks. So guys, they're both fine. Cool. So this guy is done. Well, now I still need to get off board. So that's 2.5, which ultimately screws me too, because now I don't have the benefit of that extra movement. So 2.5, and then it's pick your poison. I might as well go F9 because I'm still going to be have hindrance. But then with 7-2. And that's a 6-on-7, which is a 1 morale check. So morale check, the fanatics are pinned, and the other guy breaks. Really? God damn. All right. Well, now it's essentially game because, yeah, the super stack can't do anything. They're all split up. They're all basically dead at this point. This guy, even if he rallies in turn 7, on a theoretical turn 7, we'll say he even automatically rallies. He's a -1, which is great. That's 2 points. And there's conceivably a world where this guy runs into the woods, you know, where he's not CX anymore, so, you know, you can get 2 hexes. I mean, we'll say even if he, like, perfectly runs through here, right, gets the E4, and then D4, sorry, in advance, I can get off board, but it's still, again, only 2. So I only have 4 points between these 2 guys, and I'm now down to 3 3 points here. So yeah, I can bring it up to 7, which gives me 9, but that's still not close enough. There's a theoretical world where these 2 groups, because I'm not CX'd anymore, they are both leaders, so I can do like 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, and then they're stuck there because they can't go more than that. I could move these guys up first, but I don't think that would. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus road. Yeah. So there's a world where I'm sure I would have moved this guy first. I would have shot because why not, and then not realized about the road, and then they turn around and shoot at them anyways. But yeah, and then that's like they get defensive fire, and then they'll get. Well, I guess I could, you know, there's CC and stuff. I don't think it'd be worthwhile, anyways. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. So, well, I would be able to CX next turn. Anyways, I don't think I'd be able to make it. I think there's far too much at play. So, far too many things need to go specifically the Polish way for this to become a victory for them. So, yeah, unfortunately, I was kind of hoping for a different result because that would have been a little bit more fun. But yeah, I think this scenario needs to be 8 turns. Makes a lot more sense. And clearly I somehow have a test version or something. Clearly not a finalized version in any case. So with that, hope you all enjoyed. Should be back on Monday with God, I forget what the scenario is, and I don't want to go looking for it right now. But should be back on Monday, so hope to see you then. Otherwise, have a lovely weekend, and bye.